Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the May 21st business meeting of the Wall Township Board of Education. Please join me in saluting the flag. Thank you. I'm going to ask our Board Secretary, Mr. Smythe, to please read the Sunshine Statement and perform roll call.
Thank you. This is the Wall Township Board of Education meeting for which adequate notice under the Open Public Meeting Act was provided with the notice to the Co-Star, Asbury Park Press, all Wall Township schools, Township Clerk's Office, and in the Board Administration Office on January 4th, 2024. I'll take a roll call. Mr. Agnizio? Ms. Barbiere?
Here.
Mr. Buffa?
Here.
Ms. DiGiovanni?
Here.
Mr. Maliff? Mr. Nasser?
Here.
Ms. Shimko?
Here.
Mr. Wondrak? Here. Ms. Stites?
Here. Thank you very much. At this time, may I please have a motion to go into executive session for the items listed on the agenda?
I'll move.
Second.
Ms. DiGiovanni, Mr. Nasser, all in favor?
Aye.
The board will reconvene at 7:30. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I'd like to reconvene the Board of Education Wall Township Business Meeting for May 21st, 2024. At this time, our NNDCC cadets had a commitment to their change of command ceremony, and we're thrilled for them. So tonight, we will not be having color guard. We will be saluting the flag here. So please join me in the flag salute. Thank you. At this Thank you so much. It's fantastic to have our high school students representing all their talents this evening. We always enjoy when you join us, so thank you for everything. At this time, Mr. Smythe, will you please perform roll call?
Yes, Mr. Adenizio? Here. Ms. Barbier?
Here.
Mr. Buffa?
Here.
Ms. DiGiovanni? Mr. Maliv?
Here.
Mr. Nasser?
Here.
Ms. Shimko?
Here.
Mr. Wondrak?
Here.
Ms. Stites?
Here. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to be turning the floor over to Dr. Handerhan to introduce a wonderful student showcase.
Well, first of all, I am just in awe of the talent I am experiencing here this evening. The strings, the chorus, enjoying the visual art that we've been projecting, and also the display boards in the hallway. The talent in this school district is amazing, and I am so incredibly grateful that we have our fine students here to really share it with us tonight. So I am so incredibly grateful. And as you can probably guess by all the talent that has been on display thus far, our students, they earned some medal this year. They have really earned some very, very competitive, very desirable accolades in their respective areas of talent and focus. So to begin this portion of the student highlight, I would like to welcome Ms. Jill Alexander, one of our art teachers, amazing art teachers at the high school.
I just want to say thank you, Dr. Handerhan, and thank you to the Board of Ed for having us here tonight. It's a really great honor. It's really nice to share all of the wonderful things that go on in our classroom year-round, and we do have so many things to be proud of. So I'm going to get started here. This presentation that I have to give is really just the highlights. There's so many things. If you came a little early, we were running a slideshow that had all of the artwork that left the building this year. So all of the artwork that went on to compete in all different ways through the many shows that we do throughout the year. So right here, though, these are the highlighted winners that were selected by different judges, various people outside of the school district. So I'm going to start with the Congressional Art Competition. Okay. So we had a really wonderful night at the Congressional Art Competition. We had a Best in Show, which was Monica Kirschenbaum. Her artwork actually will go on to hang in Washington, D.C., in our nation's capital for a period of 1 year, where it will be seen by nearly 1 million people over the course of that year. So that's Monica there on the left. We have Abby Beekler. She is our first place winner. And then we have Hannah Bryan. She's our second place winner. Marissa Amitier is our fourth place winner. And then Abby Lee had an honorable mention. Thank you. Okay, so here are their beautiful artworks. Some of these are in the hall outside. Really having a hard time with this. And there's Abby Lee's. Okay, so our Youth Art Month winners this year, so these artworks went on to state, and these students were honored at the Grounds for Sculpture. It was a really beautiful ceremony, and we have Isabel McTaggart and Marissa Amitier and their artworks. We have rustic daisies. This is actually wood burning, so she actually burned this into the surface of a piece of wood. Oh, there we go. And, oh, I'm so sorry. And this is Isabel McTaggart, and this is a beautiful ceramics piece. This is a sgraffito bowl. So for the Teen Arts Festival, we have several winners. So with the State Teen Arts winners, we don't know what will happen with them quite yet, because on June 6th, we actually attend a field trip up at Mercer County College, where we will find out whether they've received scholarships or whether they'll become part of artistic traveling shows. And our winners here that have proceeded on to states are Finn Force, Jada Lowe, and Chris Martin. Oh. Oh. Okay. Another wonderful part of the teen arts, another wonderful part of teen arts, Mama Teen Arts, is that there is a wonderful show that they do at the Freehold Raceway Mall every year. And this is also some of the best of the best. So these students, their artwork goes on to be shown there at the Freehold Raceway Mall for a period of about a month. There is an opening reception where actually Dr. Combs from the music department, his guitar ensemble and his guitar club were also asked to come and perform at that opening reception. It was really very nice. A little mix of the performing and visual arts. And we have Ellie Hartz, we have Abby Weiss, and we have Monica Kirschenbaum in that for that show as well. Okay. And for that particular field trip that we take to Teen Arts, which is at Brookdale Community College, they have this wonderful program that they hand out to all the students, the parents, and anybody else that would basically come to this event. And it has in it all of the different various workshops the students can take and all of the other wonderful things going on in Monmouth County in the arts. So we had the Inside Program Cover Design winner, which is Isabella Panisi. And our runners up for this were Maddie Feely, Clarissa Herrera, and Joseph Young. And these are their works. So sorry. Okay. Joseph, we really like yours, so we want to keep it on the screen, okay? Oh, that was it. Geez, apparently that was it. Okay, so I'm so sorry. So what I would like to do is just briefly give these wonderful students who are here their certificates. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we have Isabel McTaggart, who was not able to be here tonight. We have Isabel Panisi. Let's see. Joseph Young, come on up. Yeah. Okay. We have, is Clarissa Herrera here? Okay, not here tonight. Okay. Is Ellie Hartz here? No. Abby Weiss. Abby. We have Monica Kirschenbaum. Monica has had numerous awards this year. Monica's had a great year. Congratulations. And we have Abby Beekler. She's here. And Hannah Bryan. Hannah? Okay. Actually, I think that might be it. Let me just double check. Marissa Amitier. Abby Lee. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's right. They are getting a shout out. Said it. Congratulations to all the students. Thank you guys. Thanks for making such an awesome year.
Dankeschön, so. That was a joke for, the older than 50 crowd, including myself. With a man who needs no introduction, Mr. Les Holland.
Thank you very much. We're really proud of our students and their musical achievements this year. Between the band, the orchestra, and the choir, we had about 35 students selected to All Shore this year, which is really amazing. And a thank you to Dr. Handerhan and the Board of Education for inviting us this evening to celebrate the achievements of our students. Firstly, I'd like to introduce the students and their accomplishments. All of the students had participated in auditions, so they were selected by auditions with three teachers from other districts evaluating their playing, and sometimes as many as 9 teachers, depending on the instrument. So, making All Shore Band, Central Jersey Region 2 Band, that's the 6 counties in Central Jersey, and New Jersey All-State Band, Jared McLaughlin. Next, we have Zachary Nissen, and he was selected to the All Shore Symphonic Band, the All Shore Chorus, All Central Jersey Region 2 Orchestra, and All Central Jersey Region 2 Wind Ensemble. Next, we have Michael Stites, Central Jersey Region 2 Symphonic Band, All Shore Symphonic Band. Alana Sabajian, CJMEA Honors Concert Band, and All Shore Symphonic Band. Charles Clark. And Eamon Nelson, All Shore Jazz Ensemble. Next grouping of students are from All Shore Orchestra. You heard them perform at the beginning. James Smith on violin. Kelly Puzo on violin. Juliette Felice on violin. Lauren Tremblay on violin. Charlie Fowler on viola. Mia Lamanowitz on cello. Mackenzie Cavalieri on cello. Nathaniel Little on cello. And John Lamanowitz on bass. Okay, the next grouping are students who made All Shore Symphonic Band in Monmouth and Ocean counties. So we're really proud of this because, you know, there's more than 40 high schools between two counties. They pick a band of about 96, and we had 20 of them. So it's really a lot to be said for our students. Skyla Bicca on flute. Isabella Nieves on oboe. Tucker Jones. Tucker's not here this evening. Mackenzie Riley on clarinet. Maddie McGinnis on clarinet. Rebecca Girardi on clarinet. Olive Stockton, bass clarinet. Sophia White, alto sax. Alexa Yonolunis on alto sax. Shane Harold on tenor sax. He's not here this evening, I believe. Nathaniel Schumann on trumpet. Not here this evening. Christian Girardi on trumpet. Tanner Griffin on trombone. He could not be here this evening. And Zach Vogel on French horn. Okay, next I'll have Mrs. Hollander introduce her vocal students.
Thank you. So the first, Ava Manal, soprano. Leah Yates, soprano. Avery Farias on soprano. Karina Manal, alto. Nikki Vitello, an alto. And this young man who's gotten so many acknowledgments is the only bass at Wall High School right now, Zach Ziffin.
Thank you so much. All right, we really need to scooch to get a good picture. What do you think, Miss Weiner? That's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. Okay. Do you see the talent? Congratulations, everyone.
Okay, folks. I'm so happy that we had the opportunity to enjoy our choir, our orchestra, and our visual arts. I also want to point out that, I'd also like to point out, oh my goodness, sorry about that, everybody. I also want to point out that we will be putting the art display online. So in the event you didn't have an opportunity to enjoy each piece to its fullest, please go to the website. It's unbelievable what the art that these students have produced is pretty mind-blowing. I'm not even able to really do stick figures, so we're in tough shape there. All right. At this time, I'm going to be opening the floor for public comment. I would like to remind our folks coming to the podium to please be kind. And if you would like to speak on any school-related issues, the podiums are on at the bottom and the top. Do we have anyone for public comment?
You want to maybe shut the door up there or something?
Thank you. I think people are just congregating at the visual arts, so the door will be shut in just a moment. There we go. Please proceed.
Betsy Cross, I live in Wall Township. Oh, that was great that you did that tonight. I don't think I ever remember it being done before, so that was great. Wanted to go over, I've sent in some information to the Banking and Insurance Department, and it's regarding a payment that was made to Jenny DiCarlo. And it looks like the check was sent to Jenny DiCarlo over 2 weeks before the board approved it. So I did talk to the comptroller's office today. They were escalating it because they can't understand it either. Like, how, before you approved it, are we mailing out a check? So I know we have an attorney on the board, Kathleen DiGiovanni. Is our attorney here tonight? No. So if you could go over, Dr. Handerhan, why would we mail out checks to people for settlements before the board approves them? I don't understand it. If you don't know the answer tonight, I'd like you to get back to me tomorrow, because it did go to the Attorney General and the Comptroller's office. And I don't even know if the Diploma JIF is in business. They don't answer the phone. I do know the Diploma Middlesex Mutual Fund got taken over. They had a $27 million deficit. And Barbara Murphy, the same person that's running this slush fund, or I don't know what you want to call that. I don't even know. Brian Smythe is a trustee. Athena Cornell's law firm is the law firm for us and for them. It doesn't even make any sense. Can you turn that microphone down? Can you stop the clock, please? I'd also like to know what is going on with transportation. Are we able to fit all the buses, all the vans, all the cars? Do you have a separate area for cars? What happens if a car gets broken into? Is there security there? Are there cameras? Was this the only location you were looking at? I see we're paying 35% of the taxes. Boy, they got a sweetheart deal. They paid $2 million for 60 acres, for a lot of acre. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a lot of money. So why are we chipping in? There's no contract here, so you really can't approve it. I know when we were doing that 10-year contract, it was attached, and we got to go over it. There's nothing here. Who is the board attorney you're hiring for next year? There's nothing here. Who's the auditor you're hiring? There's nothing here. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy Brian J. Smythe. And Tracy Handerhan, you're the people that put this agenda together, Christine Stites. It's a mess. So without a contract attached, you really can't approve something for the bus compound. Payroll, there's no amount this month. Is it a blank check? We just mail out payroll?
Thank you,
Don't
Mrs.
approve
Cross.
that because there's nothing attached, or you need to say the amount of the check.
Thank you, Mrs.
Before
Cross.
You can approve it. So if you can answer those questions, I would
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Do we have anyone else for public comment at this time? Seeing none, I'll close the floor for public comment. At this time, I'm going to direct the floor to Megan Cappy and Mason Adam, our student representatives from the high school. The floor is yours.
Thank you. The school year is coming to an end quick, and all the juniors just finished their NJSLA testing for science. AP testing has recently ended, and the next step for students is to take their final exams. Both baseball and lacrosse start their state playoffs towards the end of this week. Baseball plays Rumson Fairhaven on Thursday, and lacrosse plays Jackson Liberty tomorrow. Oliver Langeveld and Matt Remashowski both broke the previous school record for the 2-mile run in track. The track team is currently competing at the Twilight Night of Miles, hoping to set some more records tonight.
Last week, the Unified Sports Kickball event at the Field of Dreams was rained out, but we had a wonderful game in the South Gym instead. All the athletes and spectators had a great time, and we are looking forward to the May 28th makeup, where we will travel to Toms River to play at the Field of Dreams again. Wednesday, June 5th, is the athletic night of Insight at Wall High School at 6 p.m. in the Wall High School auditorium. Students and parents invited to join to learn more about the Wall Crimson Night athletics. The junior class of 2025 had their prom on April 26th. A great time was had by all. Friday, the 31st, is the senior prom. Wishing all of our seniors a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You guys did a great job. We appreciated everything that you've done for us over the course of the past school year. Almost there, just a couple more weeks. So if you guys would like to be excused at this time, you may stay, you may go, whatever works for your schedule. Thanks a lot. All right, Dr. Handerhan, will you please introduce the special presentations?
With pleasure. Thank you so much, Ms. Stites. It truly is my pleasure to introduce to you our high school principal, Mr. Kevin Davis, and our director of school counseling, Ms. Katie Misa, to present this evening on two really exciting initiatives for the 2024-2025 school year. So for those of us that are in the front of the dais, we may want to head out into the wings so we can benefit from the presentation. Mr. Davis, Ms. Mitza, I'm handing it over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Handerhan. And on behalf of myself and Mrs. Misa, we would like to say thank you to the board and to Dr. Handerhan for the opportunity to present tonight on these exciting updates, as Dr. Handerhan just said. Before that, too, I would like to just acknowledge our art and music students again, and thank you again to the board and to Dr. Handerhan for having them here tonight. I'll echo what was said earlier, I think by Mrs. Stites, that year after year, we have that kind of success in our art and music program. This is not unusual, those number of students that you saw in the art and the winners that you saw celebrated tonight. So we're incredibly proud of them. Hopefully on your way in, you got a chance to see some of their artwork out in the hallway. You got to hear them play this evening. And I've said this before, when you compare it to a sports program, sometimes there's some rebuilding years and you've got some up years and down years. I feel like every single year at Wall High School, we've got outstanding achievement in the arts and music, and we're very happy to celebrate that tonight. So thank you. So tonight we have a couple of exciting topics that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to attempt to use the clicker. Point it this way. All right. So what we're going to talk to you about, these two exciting updates. One is our new Master Bell schedule. I'm going to talk about how we got there, the rationale for the schedule change, what's changing and what looks the same. And then Mrs. Misa is going to talk to you about dual enrollment, dual credit opportunities, basically opportunities for students to earn college credit while they're at Wall High School. So So why change the schedule for next year? This is something that we actually started looking at 2 years ago. Our belief, after researching and visiting other schools, is that the optimal instructional class time is about 60 minutes. And this new schedule allows for approximately 60-minute blocks. The blocks are shorter, they meet more frequently than our current schedule, and we do believe that is what's best for all of our high school students. What stays the same and what's changing? So what stays the same? Students still register for 8 classes. All students have the same lunch period in the middle of the day for 42 minutes, just like they do currently. And the total minutes of instruction per class remains the same at 168 minutes over a 4-day period. We'll look at the schedule, and if you grab the handout on the way in, you can see that on the back there. And then what changes? Students attend 6 classes per day instead of 4, which is what they attend currently. Blocks are 56 minutes long on our new schedule instead of the current 84 minutes. Each class meets for 3 days and then drops for 1 day and does not meet. Class meeting times rotate in the morning and afternoon. So what that means is classes do not always meet at the same time each day. And that is something that's new as well. So this is what you're looking at here. The top is our current schedule, our AB block with 84-minute blocks of instruction. And on the bottom is our schedule for next year, the rotation drop A, B, C, and D day. And at first glance, it might look confusing, but we color-coded it so that you can see the pattern and what I'm talking about when I say the classes meet for 3 days. So the rotation drop A, B, C, D, if you look at the bottom, the blocks which are listed to the left, block 1, 2, and 3, unit lunch, blocks 4, 5, and 6, each block is 56 minutes long. And if you look at period 1, just to paint this example, in the reddish color, you see period 1 starts on day A, first block. It moves block 2 for day B. It moves to block 3 for day C, and then it drops. So that's what we're talking about in terms of class meets for 3 days in a row and drops, and then the cycle repeats. After D day, we would go back to an A day. And if you look at the color coding, you can see how each class moves throughout. Classes rotate in the morning, and they rotate in the afternoon. The other difference that I'll point out, when you look at our current AB, and I think I mentioned this before, our A-day classes meet, if you look at an A, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, and then they essentially all drop. So there's a gap in instruction. So classes only meet every other day. With this new schedule, classes get to meet 3 days in a row before they drop. So there's no gap in instruction, and teachers can build on instruction and learning from day to day to day, and then a break, and they meet again for 3 straight days. So the transition to the new schedule, we do believe the transition will be smooth for teachers and students. Teachers will adjust lessons for the 56-minute block and instructional activities, and daily schedules will be printed for students. So they'll receive what their A, B, and C, D day schedules look like, where they're reporting to each of those days, and parents and students will be able to view that in the portal as well. So there should be no confusion as to where to go. I'm sure there will be a learning curve on the first week or 2 of school, but we were told by all the schools we visited that students picked up on this schedule rather quickly and knew where to be. So we're really excited about it. I'm going to turn this over to Mrs. Misa, who's going to talk to us about opportunities for students to earn college credit next year.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. As I'm up here tonight, you'll hear me talk about dual enrollment and dual credit. Sorry, let me just. Mr. Davis was trying to trick me. You'll hear me talk about dual enrollment and dual credit, and those terms will be used interchangeably tonight, simply because colleges and universities have different titles for these programs. And a dual enrollment or dual credit program is simply an opportunity for students to earn college credit while they're in high school. There are many benefits to these programs. Students will learn the skills they need to be successful at the collegiate level. They'll learn problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills. They'll also develop time management skills because they'll have to balance the rigor of their college level classes as well as their high school schedule, their sports, their extracurricular activities, and possibly a part-time job. And also, the best benefit, since I'm a parent that pays college tuition, is the cost savings to families. And how great would it be if your son or daughter could start college with some credits under their belt? And for parents, if you have the possibility to get your child out of college one semester early, that's an incredible savings. We currently offer opportunities for our students to earn college credit, and we will continue to do so next year. We'll continue with our robust AP program. We also have a dual enrollment program with Brookdale Community College, which we will continue. That program is for seniors only. Students must qualify, and they were able to leave the high school midday and attend Brookdale, any of Brookdale's campuses. And students must take 2 courses in the fall and 2 courses in the spring. Skip the best slide. Okay. We're really excited that next year we're partnering with Stockton University, and we will be offering a dual credit opportunity for students. This opportunity will afford students in grades 10, 11, and 12 to earn college credits while they're still at Wall High School. We have pre-approved courses. Up on that red table, there's a list here of the pre-approved courses, so you can see what's already been approved. And on the bottom, you can see that courses that are pending approval. And we hope to add to this list over the next couple of years. The great thing about this is that the students do not have to leave the high school. These classes are taught by our Wall High School teachers. They've already been approved through Stockton. And Stockton University has already approved our Wall High School curriculum. At the end of the school year, the students will receive a grade from Wall High School. That will translate over to Stockton University, and our students will receive an official Stockton University transcript. Students do not need to attend Stockton in order to earn the credits. These credits are easily transferable to many colleges and universities. When you are a student in 10th, 11th, even the beginning of 12th grade, you don't necessarily know where you want to go to college. The beauty of this is when you start your college search, you can go on each school's website, look up their transferabilities. Oftentimes, schools have a transferability chart. You can plug in what course at Stockton would be the equivalent at this school, and you can find out what's transferable. But most of the time, many of these courses are easily transferable. Okay, so how does a student enroll in a dual credit course? The first thing they need to do is be enrolled in one of these courses at Wall High School. In the fall of 2024, the students will be asked to complete a dual credit application on the Stockton University website. It is free of charge. They will have to create an account, and that's where all of the correspondence with Stockton University will take place. This is the best part. How much does a dual credit course cost? Stockton charges $400 for a 4-credit course. You can see up here when they are charging students for a 4-credit course on the campus, it's over $2,000. So it's already a savings to families of over $2,000 per class. The best piece about this is for our free and reduced lunch students, these courses are free. So what are the next steps for students and parents? If you are interested in any of these courses, you can reach out to your school counselor. They can adjust your course requests for next school year. And for parents whose children will be in these classes, you'll receive information at Back to School Night in the fall, and there will also be a representative from Stockton there to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see these programs in action. I'd like to thank Mr. Davis and Ms. Misa for coming out presenting tonight. And just as they're leaving the orchestra area, I would like to welcome Ms. Tiffany Steiner and Ms. Kaylin Gilvari for, I believe, the last mindset of the school year. And I don't want to steal their thunder with the sharing, but if you were on our website, you already know what it is.
And we always find when we present on the mindsets, and Kaylin, I'm sure you'll agree with me, is that when we come down here, we have a moment right before we come down here where it all comes together. And tonight, the performances, also the high school schedule, is such a testament to this last mindset of the time is now. Let's see, okay. So, like usual, I've put up our classroom integration vocabulary and the terms that we've been teaching children with this mindset. The time is now mindset teaches the power of the moment and how we can harness the power of the moment to take purposeful action. The 4 tenets or instructional pieces underneath the time is now is embracing every moment, which is, like we saw this evening, being mindful and present, getting in the zone, which is also being mindful in the way that we regulate and get in the zone to be able to problem solve and persevere. Allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, which is about taking risks and facing disappointments with grace. And finally, acting with purpose and making these choices in our life that move us forward to the ultimate life that we would wish to have. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Gilvari so she can highlight some of our extension activities.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us back. We appreciate it. Oh God, there's a lot of tech up here. Get nervous. We realized going through this year that one of the best ways to show you how these mindsets work is through the pictures of what the schools have done. So I want to take you again on a little journey through Wall Township School District and show you what each school has kind of prepared for and accomplished during this mindset, which has been amazing. And first and foremost, the high school students, that credit, it blows my mind at the availability of what we're doing to help our students, and that's what 7 Mindsets is all about. Giving kids opportunity to have college credits, to act and sing and play and be in the moment. That's everything we're talking about. Giving them extra activities to participate in. It just blows my mind. So I was floored by that. The entire district has celebrated Mental Health Awareness Month, and I don't have to get into the importance of mental health awareness. We all know and have been affected by mental health awareness, but the high school specifically, with the middle school, has decided to wear green on Mondays. It's the official color of mental health awareness. So we all, as you can see, the high school staff is represented up there. It is something visual. It is something to make sure we reduce this stigma and really put ourselves forward. I don't know where to stand. I'm just going to keep going. Part of that is also experiencing getting in the zone, being able to know how to channel your energy, your inner peace, your ability to be one with what you have to do. Mrs. Smith does the yoga club at the high school, but she's also done chair yoga this month, and it's been amazing, and you can see some of those pictures. We even have students in the middle school and in the elementary schools who start every day with a breathing activity. Did we really think this was going to take off like this? I didn't. So these are, again, lessons outside of the 7 Mindsets actual lessons, and this is happening in the building on their own free will, which is amazing. Let's talk about mental health. I love it. It's something we've worked through with the high school. I'm not sure if the middle school stole it or the high school stole it, but we did it in both buildings. They chalked the sidewalks with positive messages, which are just such a visual, and we told them we didn't have to give them any examples on what to write. They knew what they were writing. They knew what people need to hear. I just think that's amazing that we get to that point. You know, we celebrated our teachers in the middle school. We again wear our green on Mondays, as you can see with our staff. We took it one step further and not only painted our sidewalks with chalk, but we painted rocks. Our guidance department took that on, and it was one of our Wellness Wednesday activities. Those are all direct correlations to acting with purpose and getting in the zone. Mr. Ryan provided yoga for any staff or students who wanted to participate after school. We really are showing with our actions how to live a mindful life. And during the day in our school environment is what we want to look at. Look at that. All right. We're also, I feel like my back is to you guys, I'm sorry. We're also doing acting with purpose. We want them to understand that giving back. This circles back to other mindsets that we've already talked about, but when we act with purpose, we hosted car washes to help Brain Tumor Association. We teamed up for Volley for Autism, and they raised the most amount of money they've ever raised in all the years they've done. It's just been amazing when you give the kids an idea, they have run with it. We just kind of sit back and just make sure we're supervising. So they've done amazing things. Our 8th graders also read to some of the primary pups, which I thought was so cute, to embrace every moment, to get them to realize that they have opportunity. And those little kids idolize those guys coming down. So it's so cute to watch. Look at me go. There we go. Now in the elementary schools, Allenwood, Mrs. Smythe does an amazing job with her lessons. So when she goes in and does 7 mindset lessons, she does an amazing job reaching these kids. She talks about being vulnerable. She talks about acting with purpose. But there was another way they even, through Volley for Autism and through their own project, which was called the Keychain Project, they actually made keychains. That's the pattern of it down there, and that's some of the kids making it. They sold it at Volley for Autism, but they raised over $500 off of these homemade beaded keychains that were adorable, but to give back. They didn't keep any of that money. So again, we're teaching authenticity, we're teaching respect, we're teaching giving back. And these kids are running with it. Oh God, okay. West Belmar, their heart challenge for the American Heart Association, jump and jump and jump and jump and jump, and they love it and they do it every year. But again, this is something these kids really get behind and they know why they're doing this. The LEAD picnic, which I know what that stands for. Ashley told me what it stands for. Law Enforcement Against Drugs. It's the old DARE program, but our officers have come in, talk about getting our community involved, right? So we've had POAC involved, we had American Heart Association involved, we have our police involved, teaching and showing and demonstrating what it is to have healthy learning and life environments around us and the importance of that. You know I'm talking along, I'm sorry. I'm going. Keep going. Old Mill, they're amazing. They brought back the Signature Project. We did that here at the middle school in the beginning of the year when we were all connected. But Old Mill and Allenwood both got to view this, be part, sign that huge project that Patrick Dunnan is doing. And they really got to see the importance of even one signature makes a difference in the whole world. And that goes back into when you act with purpose, you can make a difference. We even had, Master Parks Black Belt come. Again, think of all of these communities that are coming into our school community and showing and learning and teaching and growing together. And that's what social emotional learning is. It's not just learning from a book, it's learning how to do this and build skills together. Central. This probably was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Mr. Ranga's class actually did this creative optical illusion, and they used handprints, but they used this by exploring artwork of the indigenous people. And then through that, they were able to really see, how their handprint and how those colors create a print on the world and what that looks like and how that serves as a masterpiece. And it was just so interesting to see how the kids really took that on. Oh God, I think I did it backwards. Nope. But they continued again with helmet safety, talk about community again. We're back to Hackensack Meridian Hospital on helmet safety and bike safety. Penny Wars, we're at the Monmouth County SPCA raising over, 3,800 portions of all this stuff to go help our animals. They're part of our community. They also got ice cream for that, from their wonderful PTO, the CAPE organization, to show them that there's also reward in what you do, that you can reward yourself and you can enjoy that activity. Mrs. Crepeau does an amazing job also in her lessons, and a lot of the lessons also went full circle. So we went back to Live to Give. We went back to We Are Connected. So that's what we are hoping to see at the very end of this year. Sorry. That connection, that all of it made sense. Now I'm going to be quiet, and thank you so much.
I just wanted to conclude with just a couple more thoughts in where we're going and where we're moving ahead. We have finished the mindsets this year. We are in phase 1. There's 3 courses to the mindset, so this is our first course. Obviously, a lot of the activities that we have done have gained some recognition, so we have been invited to Florida to present on behalf of the district. We are continuing some of our initiatives that we did last year. For example, we're going to have the 8th to 9th graders, as they transition to the high school, their gift from the high school is a 7 Mindsets book. And we're going to ask that to be the summer read, the mandatory summer read, and then we'll have some really cool projects aligned to begin September. We will have an end-of-the-year showcase video that will be available on the district website for all of our parents. And we do have some activities planned for this summer. We are going to have a community family night. We're writing curriculum for the 9th grade transition. We have our Summer Nights Academy, which will have lessons for the 7 mindsets. And then there's lots of things to look forward to in 24-25, which I'm just giving you I'm teasing you. We're going to be having mindset mentors, wellness webinars. Our goal for next year, this year was to learn. This year was to apply. You can see the application all over the slides that we present. But next year is to develop student leadership abilities. So now they're going to teach. They're going to teach the younger students how to apply. And that really is such a testament to what a district can do when we embrace something and use it to change a culture. So I thank you again for all of your support, and we look forward to next year sharing again.
Thank you both for the presentation, not only tonight, but at all of our board meetings. I think it's been tremendously valuable for our community to see what these initiatives have done. Education is more than math, science, language arts. Building confidence, building self-awareness, building resiliency, all incredibly important to shaping well-rounded human beings who live in our community. So I'm tremendously proud of this program, and I am really grateful that you have taken the time each board meeting to share with us and to share with our community. You're doing tremendous, tremendous work. It is moving beyond the walls of our schools out into our entire community, and we will all benefit because of that. I'm excited to see where we're going. I'd also like to thank Ms. Misa and Mr. Davis. Also really exciting to see on the academic fronts the amount of work that is being put into moving the needle and pushing forward and doing great things for our students. I'm going to be really excited to see the kids adjust to the schedule. I'm glad it's not me. I'd probably be a little bit lost, but I know they're a lot faster than I am. And I look forward to seeing where we're able to take them educationally moving forward with these ideas. And I thank everybody. I know there was a lot of hard work that went into researching the schedules, going out into other communities, seeing what's best for kids. Sometimes it's comfortable to stay where we are, and it's a lot of work to change, but I think that all of your hard work is going to pay off for our students, and I think our staff as well, because I think they'll be pleased with the advances that they see. So many great things happening in Wall Township schools, and I'm thrilled that we were able to share them. So thank you for your presentations this evening. Which segues me into my president's report for this evening. At this time, the board would like to take a moment of silence to reflect on the loss of Layla or Julia, a Wall Intermediate School student who passed away unexpectedly last week. The board and the entire district are deeply saddened for those who loved and cared for Layla. We are keeping her family in mind and will continue to pray for them as they navigate unimaginable heartache. We recognize the impact this tragedy has had on so many students and school staff who will miss Layla's friendship, her unique gifts, her smile, and her presence in our classrooms. We offer our condolences to our community, especially our West Belmar and Wall Intermediate School families who have special neighborhood ties to Layla and her family. I would encourage anyone who feels they may benefit from additional support to reach out to your school administrators or access the district website for resources to help in the healing process. The board is grateful to our superintendent, Dr. Handerhan, Mrs. Steiner, and Ms. Galveri, and all of the many administrators, teachers, and support staff who had led the district in the early days of loss and will continue to lead, as there will surely be difficult days ahead. Our crisis response plan does include a variety of options for support. Please reach out. The board must stress no one should suffer alone. One of the many beautiful aspects of being part of the Wall School District and the community is participating in the celebrations of the people we care about. Over the past month, we have seen lovely teacher appreciation festivities at each of our schools, clearly demonstrating how much our staff are respected and loved. The board would like to give recognition to the incredible parent-teacher organizations and booster clubs who work all year to create memorable events that add so much to our staff and students' experiences. We know the month ahead will be filled with picnics, banquets, award nights, and graduations, and we could not be more proud of all the hard work our families commit to making these celebrations memorable. So thank you. I would like to also now recognize our certificated students of the month. For April 2024. For grade 9, student of the month is Jesus Chavez España. Grade 10, Jack Baldassar. Grade 11, Erin Farrell. And grade 12, Tierney Connors. Our Knights of the Week for the week of April 12th, Yoan Solano Caballero. The week of April 19th, Sam Elliott, who was also our junior prom king. For the week of April 26th, Connor Barrett. And for the week of April 26th, Braden O'Neill. In conclusion, for my president's report, I'd just like to share that over the course of my role as the president of the board, used to take a tremendous amount of time trying to scour different websites and newsletters and present to you in my report all the amazing things that were happening on Wall, awards that were won, championships that were won, kids who have excelled, teachers who have excelled. I am thrilled to encourage people to go to the district website because it has gotten to the point that I could talk for hours and hours and hours about all the accomplishments that are happening in this district. And I don't want to forget anyone. And over the past year and a half, our website has grown tremendously. And the things that are presented here are also on the website. You can also take a look at the S'mores newsletters. I think what I'm trying to say is there are so many great things happening, it's difficult to boil them down to a president's report. But tremendous, tremendous strides forward in our schools. I could not be more proud of what our staff and our students are accomplishing. So I wish everybody a wonderful Memorial Day, and that is the conclusion of my report for now, and I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Handerhan.
Thank you, Ms. Stites. I would like to thank the student representatives to the Board of Education, Mason Adam and Megan Cappy, for joining us this evening. I do wish to echo Ms. Stites' sentiments in extending our heartfelt condolences to Layla's family and friends. I'm extremely grateful to the wonderful staff members at the intermediate school and at West Belmar School. I am also grateful for our wellness leadership and staff. These staff members are pillars of support for so many of our students. Thank you, Ms. Stites, for reminding everyone of the support resources available on our website and for reiterating that the schools are here to support our families. I am extremely proud of our WTPS community. I hope tonight's highlights from Wall High School's visual and performing arts programs underscore why I feel the way I do. Great things happen each and every day in our schools, and I'm so grateful for the guidance and support our faculty provides to our students. Thank you to Ms. Alexander, Mr. and Ms. Hollander, and our student artists. Thank you so much for coming out this evening. You've shared so much, and we appreciate it. Friday night, our NNDCC celebrated a great year at their annual Navy Ball at the Waterview Pavilion. Special thanks to Colonel Jacks and the Anchor Club for all of their continual support. I think it's fair to say that a great time was had by all. Last night, I had the pleasure of attending the Wall High School Business and Finance Academy commencement exercises. It was such an engaging evening that highlighted the entrepreneurial spirit, grit, and perseverance. Our alumni speaker was fantastic and truly is an inspiration for our students. Thank you, Ms. Massa and Mr. McCarthy for providing such a great program for our business-minded students and their families. I would like to thank Mr. Davis and Ms. Misa for sharing some exciting updates for Wall High School with us this evening. 2024-2025 promises to be an outstanding year. I just can't wait. And especially so, what will complement the academic changes is certainly the social emotional support and programming that we saw here this evening from Ms. Steiner and Ms. Gilvary. You know, it's next year, it's 7 Mindset 2.0 as we move into the next phase, and I am so excited with the taste and teasers that were shared with us this evening. Each year, schools are charged with reviewing harassment, intimidation, and bullying, or HIB data and programming. Using the categories and metrics provided by the New Jersey Department of Education, schools can receive up to 78 total raw points, with 78 being the highest score that can be achieved. The full breakdown for each category for each school is available on the district's website, and it is in this meeting's agenda packet. The overall score for each of the district schools for the 2022-2023 school year is as follows. The district overall grade was a 77, high school grade 76, intermediate school 76, Allenwood 78, Central 77, Old Mill 78, West Belmar 78, and primary 78. On this evening's agenda, there are 2 administrative positions. I would like to thank all of the members of the respective interview committees. It truly takes a great deal of time to vet and interview candidates. I am excited to share that 2 experienced administrators have been selected through our process. Our first, Dr. Christine Kennedy, is our candidate for the Supervisor of Instruction. Dr. Kennedy currently serves as the Science STEM Supervisor covering grades 5 through 12. And the second candidate is Mr. Chris Allworth for the Director of Technology Integration. Mr. Allworth has been in similar roles in 2 different school districts throughout the last 13 years. I know that I am not alone in sharing my enthusiasm for their respective experience and expertise in their fields, and I look forward to them joining the WTPS team this summer. It is hard to believe that there are less than 4 weeks remaining in the school year. From this point to graduation on June 14th, it is go time. The end of the school year is nothing short of magical across Wall Township Public Schools. There are so many student activities and opportunities for Wall Township to come together. The parental, familial, community, and municipal support truly sets this community apart. Just a reminder, school is not in session this Friday, May 24th. As I extend my wishes for a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, I do encourage you to contemplate the significance of Memorial Day. Our liberty and freedom are not to be taken for granted. Remember our fallen heroes, and please go out of your way to thank a veteran for his or her service. I would like to remind everyone that the annual Memorial Day service at the Wall Municipal Complex will take place on Memorial Day at 10 a.m. I hope to see you there. Thank you. Ms. Stites?
All right, at this time, we're going to do a board report, and I have an update. The board has continued to perform our duties, most notably the completion of the CSA evaluation process. We will have our report completed and submitted by the CUSAC deadline, and would like to congratulate Dr. Handerhan on another outstanding year of growth on behalf of our district. Dr. Handerhan has continued to identify areas for development and improvement within our district, and we are grateful for her leadership and vision. Guided by expectations of our stakeholders, she continues to accomplish goals set forth by our strategic plan, and she continues to identify new areas and opportunities for achievement for our students. In ongoing efforts to establish increased community confidence in the board, we have reached out to the acting comptroller of the state of New Jersey requesting certification from that office, stating that the board and the school district are in good standing with the comptroller's office. We do recognize it is often suggested that district business matters are managed improperly, unethically, or illegally, and felt it was important to demonstrate our commitment to the community that we are happy to partner with that office and ascertain that we are in good standing. Furthermore, the board has requested that the office also reconsider supporting Bill S-2930, which revamps Oprah law. The district welcomes communication with that office to demonstrate the far-reaching negative impact that occurs when the current Oprah law is weaponized against any entity. The board looks forward to communicating the response of the comptroller's office when it is received. The letter sent will be posted on the district website. I must reiterate that the letter was sent to help dispel concerns community members may harbor due to repeated allegations of impropriety, and also to garner support of the updated Oprah bill passed by the New Jersey legislature this week. Hopefully, we will be able to lay stakeholder concerns to rest in the near future and also move our district out from the burden of responding to continuous Oprah requests that may be repetitive. The focus of this board and the administrators we employ must primarily be the education of our students. That is my portion of the board report. Does any member of the board have anything to add to the board report at this time? Mr. Nasser, do you have an update on referendum information?
I do, thank you. There are 5 items on the agenda having to do with referendum work. There is a resolution to reject and rebid project 22K129B, which is HVAC at the intermediate school and central. We would look to rebid that towards September. There's another agenda another item, 22K129A, a HVAC project at Allenwood, Old Mill, and West Belmar. The committee is recommending be awarded. There are some long lead electrical items that we need to order in advance that involve service upgrades to the buildings. So in order to keep that on schedule for not this summer, but the following summer, we would need to get that approved now. The other three items have to do with the asbestos abatement over at Old Mill. There is a resolution for the soft costs related to the architectural work that needs to get done, drawings and the calculations on lighting, et cetera, as well as the actual abatement work and the ceiling and grid replacement. Those are all on the agenda and will fall under the referendum. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else have anything for the board report this evening? Okay, seeing none, we'll be moving into committee reports. Committee minutes have been published. Do any committee chairs have any comments regarding committee reports or minutes? Okay. Seeing none, we're going to be moving into public comment on agenda items. If anyone would like to speak, we've got podiums at the bottom and at the top of the stairs. Please do so.
Betsy Cross, I live in Wall. Betsy Cross, I live in Wall. I just gave Mr. Smythe a copy of that check that went to Jenny DiCarlo 15 days before the board approved it. So that would be a great item for the comptroller's office to look at, because they're wondering why you mailed it too. If we could have a list of the items that you're having the comptroller's office look at, I mean, to just say, oh, can we have a sign off from the comptroller's office? You have to give the items. Health insurance, Brown and Brown, Dominic Sinelli, the other guy that works on this that worked for Horizon. Everything is redacted. When I go to another town, Homedale, who also, I think it's Homedale, that also has Brown and Brown, nothing is redacted. It's only redacted here with Brian Smythe. If you're saying self-insurance is cheaper, prove it. There's no proof, because every item you give, nothing matches up. The numbers are different in this report, they're different in this report, they're different in this report. So that's another thing you can say to the comptroller's office. Bus compound, you can't approve anything. You got nothing that's showing what is going on with this contract. We're handing over $5,500 a month, we're paying 35% of the bill, but what else? What if there's land contamination? That was the problem you had the last time. You need a contract. Who is the attorney for 24-25? Nothing is there. How much was payroll? There's no amount. This agenda is a mess tonight. So maybe because Brian Smythe is finally wondering, maybe things will get caught. I know you go to court for mediation for the Central School trailer case, and it would be nice. We have no idea what Mr. Smythe sends in his emails. Nothing makes sense. We know Deirdre, who was on the board at the time, was deposed. We know that Ted Hopkins was deposed. We know Ted Hopkins said he never even was in Princeton. We know Ted Hopkins said he never even looked at trailers in Princeton because he was never even there. So we'll see what happens. But over this whole trailer thing, like I've said all along, Brian Smythe should lose his job. I feel like he's like Michael Cohen right now. We get one story after the next. He doesn't answer questions. It's disgusting and despicable that he put children in trailers and pushed the purchase of moldy, filthy, disgusting trailers that nobody saw what they look like. It's disgusting. I don't know how you sleep at night, but we know hell is forever. Answer questions on the bus compound, the questions that I asked you before. Who was Judy White over there? Was Michael Diamond? Or did Brian Smythe just do this on his own like he normally does? Thank you. I'd like answers to my questions.
Thank you,
and if you don't know them right now,
do we have anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, I will close the floor for public comment. At this time, may I have a motion, please, to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Buffa? I'll second. Ms. DiGiovanni? Mr. Smythe?
Mr. Anizio?
Yes, but I'm going to abstain from the HR report. Let's see, I guess number 1, I think, and number 2, HR professional staff, attachment 1, and also attachment number 2, and then number 2A, Roman numeral 2A, and then Roman numeral 7, 101 for a family member.
Noted. Ms. Barbier?
Yes.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. DiGiovanni? Yes. Mr. Maliv?
Yes, but I will abstain on Human Resources Report 16A, Roman numeral 10.
Noted. Mr. Nasser?
Yes.
Ms. Shimko?
Yes.
Mr. Wondrak?
Yes.
Ms. Stites?
Yes, but I will be abstaining from 13A and 16B.
Noted.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our meeting for tonight. I do hope that folks will join us at the Memorial Day celebration in Wall Township at the Municipal Complex. I know that we will have some of our NNDCC cadets, as well as some of our performers there, and as well as likely our own veteran, Mr. Wondrak, who we thank for his service. And we thank all of our military personnel who serve and their families of people who have given the ultimate sacrifice. At this time, may I please have a motion to adjourn?
Madam President,
Yes, Mr. Wondrak.
I object to anybody passing that podium and coming over to this table. That didn't happen, so we have to put the barriers up again.
Thank you.
That
Mr.
is
Wondrak.
wrong. It should not happen. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have a motion for adjournment?
Second.
Mr. Buffa, okay, Mr. Adenizio, and second, Mr. Buffa. All in favor? Thank you. Thank you all for coming out this evening. Have a great night.